Hey everybody. So today we are here to talk about how to not study for the SAT. In particular, how to not study for the SAT reading section. And you might be surprised to hear, despite the name, SAT reading, that reading is actually not the best way to prepare for the test. Generally speaking, most in the tutoring profession will agree on this point, but I have seen some hopefully well-intentioned but insufficiently informed individuals claiming that somehow picking up a whole bunch of great American novels is somehow the way to go when it comes to preparing for the SAT reading section, which is, to be blunt, ridiculous. So let's talk about it for a second. So first of all, reading is great. Reading is amazing. I've got 3 daughters. They do a ton of reading. I'm very pro reading, as you might guess, from a tutor. Yeah, you get the idea. Reading is fundamental. I get it. Students who have read more and who do read more leading up into the SAT prep process are, of course, going to do much better on the SAT reading section. But the fact of the matter is, by the time you start test prep, which in many cases is, 6 months, maybe even just 3 months from your test, best case scenario, 1 or 2 years from your test, you're not going to become that much better of a reader in a very short amount of time. What you can do is you can become better at the SAT. Why? The SAT is a standardized test. The questions are standardized. What does that mean? It means the questions are the same. Well, if you take a certain critical mass, as I like to call it, of 3 to 4 SATs, you will see eventually every type of SAT question. The details will be slightly different, but the types will be the same, right? So over time, you start to learn tendencies based off question types. You start to learn tendencies based off incorrect and correct answers on prior tests. You get the idea. The SAT reading section is only one half reading. The other half is answering questions, evaluating answers, knowing question types, learning, what the SAT considers to be sufficient proof. Understanding what the SAT means when they really ask questions. Many times the wording of a question will betray the actual meaning of the College Board, and you have to, over time, learn how to translate a College Board's question and know what is really required. Anyway, it's kind of ridiculous in many ways that I feel like I even have to say this, but no. Sitting under a tree and reading a book on a nice summer day, although quite pleasurable, is not the best way to prepare for the SAT reading section. Good luck on your SAT. Talk to you next time.